Smile, your beautiful life are waiting for you to shine bright. It's never
The Lost Son. The Pharisees were still unmoved by Jesus' stories. They did not want to believe that God welcomes sinners who are sorry for what they have done. So Jesus went on to tell a third story. Once there was a rich landowner who had two sons. The elder son was hardworking and reliable and helped his father run his farms. The younger son was not interested in staying at home. He wanted to go off into the world to travel and have a good time. The younger son knew that one day he would inherit half the estate, but he didn't want to wait that long. So he went to his father and said, "Father, can I have my share of the farms now?" His generous father agreed. He gave the lad a large amount of money and, not long afterwards, the younger son left home. He went away to a distant country and had a wild time spending all the money on women, drink, and gambling. Soon, the young man had no money left. At the same time, there was a famine in that country. The younger son was desperate for somewhere to stay, so he tried to find a job. The only work he could get was feeding the pigs on a small farm, but even then, he still went hungry. The man who had once eaten nothing but the best food grew thinner and thinner until he became very weak. He was so ravenous, he was tempted to eat the dried up scraps he was supposed to give to the pigs. Eventually, the younger son thought to himself, "Even the men who work for my father have good enough food to eat, and here I am, starving to death. I will go home and throw myself on my father's mercy. I will tell him how sorry I am. He may not welcome me as his son, but he might give me a job on his farm." So the next day, he set off for home. While the young man was still some way from home, his father, who was out checking his flocks, caught sight of him. "That thin, ragged fellow walks like my son," he thought. As the man drew closer, the father saw that it was indeed his son, who had gone away. He was overjoyed to see the youth again, and took pity on his terrible state. The father ran to greet his son, flung his arms around him, and kissed him. Jesus went on. The weary young man said, "Father, I'm sorry. I've sinned against God and you. I'm not fit to be called your son again." But the father ordered his servants, "Quickly, bring the best robes you can find. Put sandals on his feet and ring on his finger. Kill the calf we've been fattening up for a special occasion. We'll have a party and celebrate." So there was a great feast with dancing and music and much good wine. Jesus continued the story. Meanwhile, out in the fields, the elder brother had been working hard. He heard the music and laughter. "What's going on?" he asked one of the servants. "Your brother has come home," replied the servant. "Your father is having a party to celebrate that he's back, safe and sound." The elder brother was angry and refused to join in the feasting. "I have worked hard for you all these years," he said to his father. "I've not disobeyed your orders or done anything wrong. You've never given me even the smallest party. Now look, the son who's thrown away all your money and having a good time comes back penniless and in rags, and you kill the prize cow in his honor." "My son," said the father, "you are always with me, and everything that I have is yours. But we have to celebrate and be happy. We thought that this brother of yours was dead, and he's alive. He was lost, but now he's come home safely." After he had told this parable, Jesus hoped that the Pharisees would accept and understand what he was teaching them. Like the generous and forgiving father in the story, God, our Heavenly Father, forgives His children who are sorry that they have done wrong and return to Him. To God be the glory, honor, and praise. Thanks for watching. Share this with your friends.